Hi guys, today I'm going to go through some books that I think are going to be 5-star reads. I think this was a recent Top 5 Wednesday category, or at least our friend Leah over at Drums of Autumn did this video. I know Amy has also recorded a version of this video, so I thought I'll just jump on the bandwagon. I want to go through some books that I think are going to be 5-star reads, because I think it's a really interesting topic and I definitely do have some books that sprang to mind straight away. Some of my expectations for these books might be completely off. I think partly this does depend on what you think the story is going to be about and your sort of expectations, and also what you've heard from other people, like reviews and things. And I've noticed a lot of these books I have in hardback, and I think that's partly because the sound of them intrigued me so much that I bought them in hardback, because I was like, I need them straight away, and I still haven't read them because I don't really read hardbacks very much. But anyway, let me show you what books I have picked out. The first book is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff, and I've had this book for around a year now. Robin got it me in hardback for Christmas since I saw it in a bookshop and got really excited. And I don't know if it's partly just the cover of this, I think is just the most beautiful thing in the world. But also a lot of people really love this book. I know Katrina at Little Book Out raves about this book and series, and the second one's just come out, and I don't really know what it's about, but I'm kind of happy about it being that way. It just sort of seems like it's fantasy. It's got like a female, almost assassin type character, I think, and I think a little bit of like a magic school or an assassin school, something like that. It just looks so intriguing, and I just really think I'm going to love it. This is probably the vaguest out of my selections because I don't properly know what it's about, but whenever I hear anyone talk about it, I'm just so excited for it, and I'm hopefully going to get around to this before the end of the year. Next book is another book I've actually had for years, and I don't know why I haven't read it yet, and that is The Chimes by Smaill. This just seems so intriguing, and I've nearly picked it up a few times. I don't know what's putting me off. I think I feel like it's going to be so good I want to read it at like the perfect time, you know, where I can really dedicate to it. Again, I don't probably know what this one is about. It's something like people's memories are taken, and I know music is a really big theme with it, which you can probably tell from the beautiful cover, but I know it just seems really mysterious, and it's like someone trying to like reclaim their past because they don't know what's happened to them in this world, and music's really key to like memories and stuff, and it just seems really interesting. Seems like almost magical realism, and again, I don't really know what this is about, so I just get a good vibe from it, and I'm really excited to pick this up. Don't have plans to read it soon, but I really need to get around to this. The next book on my list is another beautiful cover, but this one I do know a little bit more about, and that is Uprooted by Naomi Novik, and this is just such a gorgeous book. And I know with this book, I don't know if it's based on a fairy tale or something, but it's like this little village, and there's this guy that lives in a tower, I think he's called the Dragon, and every however many years, 10 years or something, he takes a girl from the village and basically takes them into the tower, and no one really knows what happens to them. People think that he like kills them or trains them or rapes them, I don't really know, and a girl is chosen, and I think that like he's not what he seems, and he's actually quite nice, and I think he's a magician, so he like keeps all these dark forces away from entering the town, so everyone sort of has to do what he says, and it's a standalone, which I think really appeals to me because it seems like a really interesting fantasy series, but without the commitment of like a huge series, which is what fantasy is normally like. So yeah, I really think I'm going to love this book. The premise sounds amazing and it's so beautiful. Away from fantasy now, and another book I'm like almost positive I'm going to give 5 stars and absolutely love is The Hate You Give by Angie, because this book has blown up in the past 6 months to a year. There's a film coming out now and everyone just loves it so much. Amy read it and she absolutely loved it and gave it 5 stars. It's got elements that I like diversity and good parents and family dynamics and friendship. It's very relevant to politics at the minute, and it just seems so interesting and good. And I don't know why I haven't read it yet. I think the hype is slightly intimidating because I really want to love it, but I am definitely going to get around to this soon because I want to read it before the film comes out, and it just seems like it's going to be a difficult read but a really important read, and I haven't known a single person to read this book that hasn't loved it and given it 5 stars, and John Green says it's stunning, so I need to get around to this. The next book is a little bit more random, and that is The Humans by Haig. I've had this book for a lot of years now. I think Robin got it me for like a birthday because he just thought I like it. There was a dog and it seemed quirky, and since he got it for me, Amy got really into Matt Haig's books and raved about him, and finally this year I've read a couple of his books now and both of them have been 5 stars, and this one seems really funny and interesting. It's like looking at humanity but through the perspective of aliens, I think, and a dog is prevalent, and Amy loves this book and I just really think I'm going to love it. a lot, and I can see myself getting to this one soon. And the last book is my most recent addition to my sort of 5-star prediction books, and that is Ramona Blue by Julie Murphy. I was really intrigued by this ever since I heard about it, and then I heard some really good reviews, and I know it's like an LGBT story but with a bit of a twist. So it's this girl that is very comfortable in her identity as a lesbian, but then she gets feelings for a boy and she's really confused by all of that. So it's like a bisexual story but not in the sort of typical way that you see. And yeah, I've heard it's really good. The main character is really diverse. Again, I think it's got family dynamics and class and kind of more of a broad scope of what it's about than just a romance. I think I'm going to love it, and again, the cover's beautiful. So those are all the books I can really see being 5-star reads for me. A lot of fantasy, but also a little bit of contemporary, magical realism, quirkiness in there. All of them have beautiful covers, so I don't know if that's just me being really judgmental or if good books just get good covers. I just can't wait to get around to all of them. Let me know down below if you've read any of them and what you thought and what books you think are going to be 5-star reads for you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!